Gallardo is a breed of Andalusian bull known for being particularly wild, tough, and aggressive. We want to experience this wildness in the snow and set off from Munich towards the Swedish Arctic Circle. But are you even allowed to drive a Lamborghini Gallardo in the winter? Isn't that sacrilege? 142,000 euros subjected to snow, wet and salt. And on top of that, cold engine starts at temperatures far below freezing. But the Gallardo cooperates with four-wheel drive, winter tires and 500 horsepower. Ebenjärka in northern Sweden. No matter where we stop, the Italian sports car is a sensation. We are besieged by TV and newspaper reporters.
I think it's crazy, but I love it. I love the idea very much. Lamborghini is the car of the world. The first, the lady, the king.
500 horsepower, 510 Newton meters of torque and 10 cylinders. The sound from the 10-cylinder engine gives you goosebumps. Lapland is a popular hunting ground for photographers. Almost the entire car industry performs tests here. Being in the right place at the right time can snare you the best photo of your career, but prototype spies are unwelcome among the locals.
There are people from other countries that travels here, lay in the snow and try to get some good pictures. But we don't. We live here and we don't want to interfere with the car test industry.
A test track at Ebenjärka can be hired for 700 euros per day. The route there takes us through Kiel to Göteborg. The trip there and back costs around 600 euros for the Gallardo and 2 passengers, but you should reckon in around 1,400 euros for the Lambo's consumption. On the way to the Arctic Circle, we stopped at almost every second petrol station. Nights in Arvidsjaur. At the testing ground, a group of Malaysian tourists arrived with dog sleds. Today was the first time they had ever seen snow.
It's so good. See, you can do things.
They pester us with questions.
What type of tire did you use? Low profile tire.
Yeah, it's low profile, but they are winter tires.
Winter tire.
But they are the biggest winter tires that you can get.
What is the difference, normal tire and the winter tire?
Well, it's just the mixture of the rubber, I guess. This has more grip in cold weather, but it doesn't work very well in summer.
We rounded off the evening in a public shelter right on the Arctic Circle. These cozy little wooden huts are freely available to anyone. One of the downsides to this area is that it's extremely lonely. Every opportunity to meet another human is welcome. Here in northern Sweden, it's possible to drive for hours without meeting anyone. We had no problems at all with the Gallardo in the snow. We never got stuck. In fact, we were more worried about running out of petrol, with a consumption of 20 liters. The Gallardo is like a magnet even in lonely Lapland. One German who has lived in Lapland for 40 years could hardly be held back.
Ja, Sie dürfen sich gerne mal setzen.
Wenn man nur den Sitz schon sieht.
Just look at that seat.
Und wenn der dann
Imagine if this car broke down. Oh, it's got power.
drin, ne?
Jetzt mal Gas geben.
Das ist wie ein richtiger
It's strong as an ox.
Und der geht von 0 auf 100.
And it can go from 0 to 100 in just a couple of seconds.
Ja, ganz so schnell ist
Exactly 4.1 seconds.
Das ist trotzdem, Mann. Und das hier oben in Schweden, wo keine
And in
Autos
Sweden,
sind.
where there are no cars, but the speed limit is pretty low, unfortunately. But you could try it, because there are no police around here. The car is pure temptation. Even on snow, the Gallardo has traction to spare. 80% of the maximum torque of 510 Newton meters is available, even at 1,500 revs. I can't begin to imagine how you'd get anything out of this much horsepower in the snow without four-wheel drive. As long as the ESP is turned on, you can cope without the slightest problem on ice and snow. But if you turn it off, you have to understand that regardless of what speed you drive and what gear you're in, you simply have too much power at your disposal. This bull is raring to go. Its four-wheel drive with Visco coupling wasn't simply taken over from Audi, it was developed further for the Gallardo. When accelerating, up to 80% of the power is transferred to the rear wheels. In corners, the distribution is varied as needed. When driving a Lamborghini, you have to try and forget that you're driving an expensive piece of eye candy. With other cars, that happens pretty much automatically. But here, you have the feeling that if something happens, you're breaking something really valuable. The Gallardo earns respect, and rightly so. It's Lamborghini's first uncompromising sports car that you can actually drive instead of just looking at. It's a shame that most Gallardos will spend the winter as a sculpture in a heated garage. Their owners don't know what they're missing, because, in fact, a Lamborghini is a perfect winter car.